Here with the NSU soccer coach, George Van Linder. Coach, going on the road at Incarnate Word on Friday and at Abilene Christian on Sunday. This team last year did some of its best work on the road. How can this team with so many returners tap into those close wins last year and putting a streak together last year? How does that help you going forward?
Well, we certainly hope so, but Abilene and Incarnate Word are probably two arguably the toughest places in the conference to play. Just they're so different from each other, and then the distance in general for us makes it a challenge. So it's going to be a steep test, but I'd say we got a lot of older players, and they certainly know what they need to do.
This team it started 0-3 in conference play, but they've been competitive in every match, and they've had stretches of each match where they seem to certainly have outplayed their opponent. How do you kind of lift some of those things and go forward with that now on the road?
Sure. Well, there's certainly it's certainly not something we're happy about being 0-3, but at the same time, we're not pressing the panic button. We realize that we played against some tough opponents. You look at some of those guys; they were in the top. Other than Lamar, we're in the top 5 in the conference, and so there's some tough people there. But I think for us, it's just again focusing and having the confidence to know what we can do. And every game has been an experience where we feel like we've gotten better afterwards, and it kind of shows. So we're hoping that that's enough of the learning, and we can kind of be gelled and ready to go, and hopefully we can enjoy the fruits of all our hard work.
What with all this experience, especially experience of winning close games, you went on a 5-match winning streak in conference play last year, all by 1 goal. These players have done it before, and I know each team is different, but how do they kind of tap into that from a confidence standpoint now that it's getting to where obviously you want to start scoring some points?
I think that, as you said, last year we won 5 games by 1 goal, and it was close, and some close games, and so we know that sometimes the ball can go the wrong way, even though you feel like you've done everything right. And we feel like, the soccer gods, as we all like to call them, will, kind of reward us. We feel like we've gone through those hard moments. Now it's time for our hard work and that paying off. So that's something we've been talking about all week is, working harder than everybody else in the conference and doing that, and we hope to see that work pay off this week.
Incarnate Word on Friday. They seem to be a program that keeps getting better. They play on turf. This team has played several matches on turf in Shreveport now. What are going to be some important things Friday?
Sure. For us, their turf is a little bit different than other places in turf, and so that's always a little bit of a challenge. So it'll be important for us to get used to it. And in general, San Antonio, Incarnate Word's a tough place to play sometimes, but I think for us it's just having that confidence that we have to put all that aside and not worry about the turf or not worry about anything else and just go out and get the win.
Offensively, you created some opportunities. Is it just about finishing those opportunities and having that the midline and the forward stay connected for more of the game?
Yeah, and the other thing we've talked about is we've had some good opportunities. We haven't finished it. And we talk about the players having the confidence or having the confidence of the responsibility of winning is something we've been talking about all week, is taking the responsibility of winning on their shoulders. And I think that's something that, even though our players are older in the past year or two, they haven't had to do that. There was other players here before who would put the game on their back and carry it. And now these people realize that this is their time and they have to take over games and have the responsibility, knowing that they have to play well for us to win. And I think just with all the talks we've had with players this week, I think they understand that now.
Abilene Christian on Sunday. You mentioned the travel distance that makes it a tough road trip, but you've also mentioned anybody can beat anybody in the Southland Conference, and Nichols beat Abilene Christian this past weekend in Thibodeau. What's going to be important in that one?
Yeah, for us it's just going to be coming out and having a good start. Abilene Christian's a tough opponent. We beat them last year in overtime. I'm sure they remember that game. I'm sure they were a little surprised that they lost that game, and I'm sure we're a game that's circled on their calendar for them. And so that's going to be a tough battle. But at the same time, we certainly respect them, and they've been very good over the years. But we know that when we put it all together, we certainly it should be a heck of a game.
George, thank you very much.
Thank you.